And welcome to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, as Joe said, this is the show that is watched by millions of people. This is the show that's watched by lots and lots of people, not millions. OK, we have got a bit of this.
I should have listened to you and Gina in the safe house, but I didn't, and look where it's got me.
More of that. Oh, yeah! Callum's a leader in a policeman's outfit. And plenty of the other.
Stop being a baby!
That shocked expression was because I've just thrown something at camera one, and I'm so sorry if I hurt you. Right, OK, before we show you all of that, let's meet tonight's panel. First up tonight, this man predicted that he'd be on this show years ago, and he's literally a friend to the stars. It's the one and only Russell Grant. Has been on once before and lost his bit on the side virginity to Rylan and AJ. That must have been #awkward. It's Andy Shepherd. And finally, bringing the voice of experience to the panel is a woman who has spent some time on the inside. It is the legend that is Big Brother 8's Carol Vincent. I think you'll all agree it was a pretty dramatic show this evening. Lots to talk about. And joining us on the panel for the first debate and to dissect all the latest goings-on is ex-housemate and mother of Charlie, the living legend, Jackie Travers. OK, shall we get started? Yeah. What a oh, my goodness. Who'd have thought Friends and Family Noms would have such an explosive outcome? Jackie, what do you make to the reactions to Charlie after nominations?
Well, I think they're quite harsh. I mean, I feel very sorry for Charlie.
Yeah.
Having said that, you know, they have to focus on something in the house. I've been in there and I know what it's like. And now they're clinging on to this because it's actually building up to a crescendo. You know, they've got 2 weeks left and now, wow, we've got something to talk about here. And I think that's why they're all reacting like they are.
And is it maybe because that's probably the most unexpected person to hear those kind of things about? Because I don't know about everybody else, but watching it, I don't find her manipulative or sly at all.
No, she's not. And I'm not saying that just because I'm her mum, but Charlie is not a sly girl. You know, she's very honest, she's very open. It has taken her... She's been on a long journey, Charlie, you know, previous to the house, and now she's still going through that journey. And she is now opening up and trying to be the honest person that she really is. And I think she has found that hard, but now it's coming out, and she's now got to a peak where she's thinking, no, damn it, I am going to be honest now. This is how I feel.
Well, she kind of has to be, doesn't she? Because they're all just on at her anyway. Russell, why do you think she's been singled out?
I don't know. I mean, the difficult thing, Emma, is that the nominations came from people that they can't go and talk to about it.
Yes, that's the tricky thing.
So they all feel very disempowered in there. So the pack mentality is to go after the weakest, and because Charlie's friend put up people and came out with words that I certainly didn't... I mean, I didn't understand. Like you said, I see Charlie as naive. I see her as the opposite to manipulative and sly. And so what's happened is she is now taking the flak for what her friend did because they can't get to the friend and say, why did you do this? So they've got to have a go at Charlie. But she can't answer it because
well, it wasn't Charlie that had...
She can't speak on behalf of her friend.
Carol, they feel like they can't trust her. Do you think they are justified in that?
No, I don't. I think they can trust Charlie. I think she's a fairly trustworthy person. However, I don't think she's naive. I don't actually think... I know you're here, Jackie, and I'm glad you're here, actually, because I can say this, because I actually have watched Charlie quite a lot, especially with the tasks, with the stuff around Dexter and Callum. And I actually think she's a savvy person. And I'll tell you where I think that came out best. Cucumber gate, for want of a better word. It was when, you know, all the cucumber stuff came up, and then Hazel said something to her which was a bit sort of cutting, and her little brain went into action, and she turned around and bought up the daily stuff. And so I actually don't think she's as naive. I think she is deep thinking like Dexter. I think she analyses, thinks about stuff, is watching what's going on, and I think she just waits for her moment. When someone goes to put her down, I think she does. And often, as mums, we don't know our kids as best we think we do.
No, we don't.
And, and I think there's a lot more to Charlie, and keep her in. Keep her in.
Jackie, what do you make?
Yeah, well, she does analyse stuff. And the trouble is with Charlie, she overanalyses.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the problem. That's her problem. That's been her problem all along.
Yeah.
But she can be. She can be naive sometimes. She is savvy. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
but she can be.
I think she's lived.
And yeah.
She's lived, so she's learned survival techniques.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the whole situation?
To nominate to here, and that's Hazel. She's in the centre of this, and she's the one that's, like I said earlier, she's taking the pin out of the grenade, giving it to somebody else, and letting them throw the bomb and cause the devastation.
Right.
And she's just sitting back and watching it, like with the at the pool. We were saying earlier that she brought up the topic and then let twins make the battle with Dexter, and she just sat back and watched.
Anybody else?
What has let Charlie down is that she's aloof, kind of. So when she is around Hazel, she just like gravitates to Hazel and then allows Hazel to do the thinking for her, right? But her, no disrespect to you as her mother, it must be like horrible to have watched that. But it's like a train wreck watching Charlie, because she can't formulate her thoughts, and she's not articulate enough to know what she's trying to say, and so she's just like all over the place. And so that's why they attack her, because she is the weakest link in the house at the moment.
OK, would you like to see what happened this morning with them?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely.
I can't tell you, Dex. There's so many things I'm annoyed about. I feel like I never ever, I would never want to speak to Hazel ever again. I feel so strongly about it. I just feel.
I understand. That's all you need to know. All right. It was expected.
I'm livid. And I know you warned me as well, but like, my heart just.
Was expected.
Tried to see past it. And it has played on my mind for weeks, and now that's it. Like, I'm not going to try and see the nice side. I'm not going to try and forgive all the things. Like, that's it. I don't want to repair anything. I should have listened to you and Gina in the safe house, but I didn't, because I went with my heart, and look where it's got me.
So much to say about last night's show that we haven't even got to Andy yet. So, what do you make to the whole thing, Andy?
I feel really bad for Charlie. I think I'm a bit confused why the family said all the things, as Russell said. I don't see that in Charlie.
Yeah.
But one thing watching tonight's show was that, actually, as a viewer, I'm kind of endeared to Charlie a bit more now. Now she's come out and said, this is why I'm in the house, and she's opened up so much. I like her even more. I don't think she's won any fans in the house. I mean, her and Hazel are now no longer friends, and she's probably made a lot of enemies within inside the house. But I think, for me as a viewer, I really like her still. I think she's going to stay in.
Russell, can they ever repair this relationship, do you think, her and Hazel?
Well, they've got to, because otherwise, I said to Jackie when we were watching it, and watching that programme, knowing Charlie's mum was there was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I turned to Jackie and I said, maybe she needs to go now on Friday, because unless she... I just want to finish.
You tell him, Russell.
Hasty, because unless she repairs the friendship and everything else, she'll probably feel she wants to go because she wants to protect herself. So I'm hoping now, having seen every single programme in this series, there's a lot of recovery in friendships that goes on. And I'm hoping that the next 3 days, they'll recover that friendship and Charlie will come back stronger than ever.
OK, let's ask Mum, because not only is she Charlie's mother, but you've been in the house and you liked Hazel and you've got on with Hazel.
Yes.
So do you think... What do you think is going to happen
Well, first of all, Charlie needs to repair this, and she will. She'll want closure on this. She will really want to repair it with Hazel, and she won't want to leave on Friday in that sort of state. And Sophie, her best friend, is a very honest person, and she's come out with all of this. Hazel's now on the defensive. But having said that, my opinion of Hazel has not changed. Charlie is now distraught. She's confused. Because Sophie said all this, Charlie is now confused, thinking, this is my best mate. What's happening here? But she won't want to go on Friday, and she will want to repair it. I know Charlie so well.
If she doesn't repair the relationship, though, would she want to go then?
I don't think she will. I think, you know, she's saying today, I really don't feel like I want to be here anymore. But she does. She would be distraught if she left the house on Friday.
But I don't think she'll walk. If you're in that situation and all of a sudden you're singled out by all but two of the house, or two or three of the housemates, you would feel like, I can't be here. Like, what, everyone's turned against me in a split second.
Yeah, for a while she will, but now she's getting stronger and stronger, and she's realising now, hang on a second, you know, this has got to be repaired.
So it's the fight back.
It will be.
She needs to trust her mate, actually. Her mate was speaking the truth.
Straight down the line, and if Sophie thought that this was a good friend for Charlie, she would not have said what she said. On the other hand, Hazel in the house was, you know, I treated her like a daughter, and she was nice to me, I was nice to her, and I think really all of them really should wake up, smell the coffee and say, hang on, this is a game. Because when they come out in 2 weeks' time, they'll all have a drink. A couple of days later, they'll say, what the hell was that all about?
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Hasn't too much happened. What do you guys think? How do you think it goes? You were just bouncing up and down on that chair. Like...
No, because I'm a mother. These are my two daughters, and I'm actually quite shocked to hear you say that your feelings hasn't changed towards Hazel, because you had the bird's eye view. You had the inside scoop on Hazel, pardon me. So if you were inside the house, as viewers could tell that Hazel was a... You know, a snake. Right.
Snazel.
Yeah.
We didn't see that.
It's no way that
we
you
didn't see any of that in the house, because we didn't know what happened with...
No, before that, because even when they had the task where you, Wolfie, and Gina sat in that task, and Gina is the only person who was forthcoming and said she's evil inside, you and Wolfie, that was you and Wolfie's prime opportunity to say, yes, she said that. So she just grew and grew and grew into this monster, and as a parent, I don't see why that hasn't shaded your vision or of Hazel at all. That's kind of like disheartening to hear you say that.
Yeah, she totally dogged Charlie throughout this whole episode tonight, lying about her, slagging her off. That was absolutely terrible. Apparently that's her best friend in the house. How ridiculous was that?
I think you're hearing no hearsay, aren't you? Someone saying that she said that and someone saying she said that, and when you've just been through an emotion of watching your friends and family nominate people and saying things that you'd never thought about certain people, it's just a melting pot.
Absolutely.
A massive
and Hazel would be on the
explosion of
defensive
what the hell is going on.
But I feel very sorry for Charlie, and I think she's not handled it. Hazel has not handled this well at all. You know.
Yeah, you should. I do want to talk about this so much more, but they're telling me that we have to move on. Okay. So it's not because of anyone that we don't want to talk to. We just have to move on. Right, still to come. The housemates come over all John Coleshaw with this week's Reality Bites Back. Plus, Diane Udell is here with her insight into how the housemates dealt with last night's events. But first, with just 2 weeks to go to the final 2 weeks. That's all. Somebody, it's their time to go on Friday.
Hazel. She's instigated.
I haven't even asked you.
She was the cause of Daily Going. It was a travesty, Daily Going. And
you decide. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Friends and family nominations, we salute you. If it wasn't for you, all of our debates tonight would have been about Gina's weave, and quite frankly, we've had enough of that. Now, it's all been happening in the house today. Let's have a look at the latest.
Well, wasn't last night a strange one?
Oh my God. Totally.
I don't know really how to take it.
Me too. Because it's so confusing, so shocking at the same time.
The only thing I can take from it is that I don't like our friends. I said that upstairs in the dining room.
If I'm honest, it's your mother. Your mother. You know, mums are always right, and I live by that, because they are always right. And if my mum said it, I'd be in the same predicament as you, you know? I'd be like, well, my boyfriend said it, and for him to say manipulative and sly, wow. Wow.
I don't know whether to listen to what she's saying or watch what she's doing. It's quite baffling. However, she did say mothers are always right, and Jackie Travers was just with us, so there we go. Right, after an explosive twist with friends and family nominations, the house has been well and truly shaken to its core. Joining me here on the sofa to help us make sense of all of it is everyone's favourite gladiator. It's life coach and psychotherapist Diane Udell. Hello. simple nominations process, like Friends and Family, which we've done numerous times on Big Brother, turned into chaos.
Very briefly, because friends and family are usually trusted, and that's what we've just got there again. And this is Secrets and Lies. And one thing they've not been able to do is trust each other so far.
Yeah.
They are it's absolutely shattered by this. It was initially a really great reaction. Oh, it's my mum, it's my BF or whatever. And then it's like, ew, reality bombs dropping literally for the next 8 minutes. It was very uncomfortable.
How do you think they're going to be feeling?
Shattered literally, and Dexter and both Charlie unfortunately looked that way, hark at me, this morning, and I think we all felt a lot of compassion for all of them, but in particular what then ensued I think has all taken us all to a different level tonight, and the audience have been supporting that absolutely brilliantly. You don't need me tonight.
No, we do, we always need you. So what do you make to the reactions as a whole?
Again, it's been a shock because they want to trust what they've been fed into the house from their best friends and family. Yeah. And it's the only place they can go.
Surely has got to be quite... Sorry to interrupt. That's got to be quite difficult because, as we all know, and lots of people bang on about, we only see an hour.
Yes.
They're in there living it. But I suppose we see the flip side of conversations, whereas they don't.
And the other thing that we've not talked about is how do we not know that any of their best friends and family also haven't thrown a spanner into the works by manipulating for themselves to try and get a vote in a different way? That's not been discussed yet.
You've just taken it to a whole new level.
I know, it's complicated enough.
And now you're confusing me. OK, so let's talk about Charlie, seeing as she is at the centre of all of the fallout, really. Why has there been such a strong reaction to her specifically?
She's what we call an external identifier. The people we can draw from two categories. Some of us kind of take authority from within and trust our own judgment. Jackie's even made clear from the beginning that Charlie's on a journey, and she externally identifies with whoever will listen about her heart and her head journey, because she's been through stuff, haven't we all?
Yeah.
But she's actually probably used counselling and therapy as a way and continued with that in the house. But it's not been safe for her to do it because she's exposed parts of herself. The problem with Charlie, she's actually compassionate and full of empathy, and a lot of them in there aren't. They're all in their own journey at the moment because the end's in view. So she's actually really exposed herself, and more bombs going off.
Somebody just dropped something over there. I hope it's not a stinker.
But she's exposed herself. She's exposed herself where she's not actually safe, and that's what we're seeing now, the fallout.
So if you could speak to her right now and give us some advice, I'm not going to give you the chance to, but if you could, how would you kind of help her through it?
Do you know what? You're not going to like this. Hazel, a number of weeks ago, came out of consulting Dan about what had happened with Daly in the safe house. She came down into the kitchen, and it was one of the twins, and somebody else off camera went to her to go, oh, do you want to talk about what's happened? She went, no. And she made another comment, and this is what Hazel said, even though it's been turned around again today, you've just watched it. She said, don't talk in the house, because it'll be around everybody before you know it. So that actually came from Hazel, and that would be my advice to Charlie now. If she can self-identify, talk to Big Brother in the diary room. It's where it's going to be in confidence and it's going to be safe, just for her to get through towards the end. Even Dex has said that to her.
I would imagine that it's going to be quite difficult for her because, as you said, she likes to open up and she likes to talk. Do you think that maybe they see her as a weak link, as somebody said earlier on?
Yes, we were discussing it in the green room just then, and Russell, you're quite right. Unfortunately, it's a dark part of human nature. When somebody is that open and vulnerable, people see it as a weakness and the pack will move in. And Hazel has been at the centre of that pack, and she's reined everybody in and they've ganged up on her, and it makes it deeply uncomfortable viewing for us because we've not seen her as sly. We've not seen her as anything other than on this journey that she's been on.
She does seem easily... like, if she puts her foot in it, and someone will sit her down and say, look, you know. And yes, she has put her foot in it, but she does seem easily swayed. Not in a bad way, but, you know, easily kind of drawn to either way. And that's what makes me feel quite sorry for her, I think.
It's true, and she's not as strong as the others. The others would actually go, well, actually, no, I disagree with that, and I'm going to stand by my own judgment. Yeah. She hasn't evolved enough yet to actually stand by her own ability to judge situations with herself in it. She's great at self-analysis, but not so good at reading and trusting other people yet.
OK. Should we talk about some other housemates?
Yeah.
Because we could be here all night. Gina and Hazel, we saw them slightly bonding this evening. What's that about? Is that real? Is it just because of this one incident? Is it going to last?
It happened very quickly, and it was a case of, oh, let's make up. And it was almost looking over the shoulder to Charlie, who was in the room across the kitchen, going, this is how you do it. When and I think Queen Bee's, Dr. Pam Spurs, talked about when they fall out, we could just laugh at each other because we're quite alike. And immediately Charlie stood and went, outside, please, Hazel, I need to speak to you. Not quite in that way, but she fell for it because Hazel was making a statement by reuniting with Gina. And they both kind of needed that because that's where Gina and Hazel have got to in their relationship. It was a very strong bond, and within literally hours, as you've seen, the whole gang were against Charlie.
Will it last, do you think?
Well, Gina and Hazel?
Yeah.
Possibly. I think sometimes when you've gone there with somebody and there's an ally, because it's 2 weeks, there's an ally in there, they know it's just not worth, unless, again, another manipulation comes in, so they can spin votes within the house.
OK. And what about the twins' reaction?
Oh, we needed
Two very different...
Yeah, they were.
Reactions.
But then they both colluded back on the diary chair later on and gave us all a laugh, which we needed so badly at the end of that show. And we needed to see that side of them because we are all looking now at who we want as a rounded winner towards the end. So we need to see some of the facets, and we haven't seen some of the meaner or ruder facets of the boys because they're only rude to each other, and they're allowed to be because they're twins. Yeah. But when it starts going elsewhere, people are going to start standing up to that.
Nice of Joe, though, at the end of tonight's show to kind of...
Absolutely wonderful. He showed a lot of empathy and a lot of compassion.
And what about Charlie's relationship with Dexter now?
Oh, I wanted to see it as something to kind of start going a little bit more positive because we want to rescue Charlie at the moment, and that's us as viewers. However, now he's found out about what happened with the nominee and the candidacy stuff, I think it's twisted again.
Although that kind of confused me because I didn't see Charlie as telling her to put Dexter up.
No, but then again, that was Hazel making a stance against kind of what was going on in that moment, and she eked out that information. She's very, very clever, is Hazel. It's almost eerie how clever and how kind of this sort of fascia that wouldn't melt or doesn't break. Even though she has said, I'm dying inside sometimes, it's quite cold, it's quite eerie. I'm not quite sure where we're going to be going with that over the next 2 weeks.
I'm baffled.
Yes.
Can they move on?
Charlie and Hazel.
I think all of them.
Oh, the whole house. Yes, because before Friday happens, they're going to have to do acceptance. You've seen everybody do it who comes up for nomination. They go through a kind of going slightly inside phase. Then they come out and go, oh, well, we're all here now. This is the game. This is part of it. And they tend to turn a corner. I think then after this Friday, we'll look at a different house for the last 10 days or so.
OK, Diane, thank you so much. Okay. Diane, you tell everybody. Right, still to come, we'll be discussing all of this series' tasks. Plus, we'll be finding out what happened when Callum stripped for AJ. But first, we're 55 shows in, and quite frankly, the producers are knackered. So to help them, we've asked the housemates to entertain you. And this week, it's the twins and Dexter who are stepping up to the challenge. I'm sure it can't be any worse than last week's efforts.
Reality Bites back, yeah.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Joe. Hello, Dexter.
Hello.
With 7 shows a week to make, the producers of Big Brother's Bit on the Side have run out of ideas and have a 3-minute slot to fill. They need you to use your imaginations and work together to entertain their viewers however you see fit. Your time starts now.
Oh, what you? Right, so today we decided that we're going to do what everyone seems to do. We're going to do impressions. Right, so Jack, you can do Sophie's.
Nank, I'm egged, nank.
Carry on.
I don't know what else to do about Sophie. That's all she says, nank and I'm egged.
3 minutes, that's not 3 minutes worth.
You do Sophie then.
You're doing Gina, because you talk to Gina the most.
OK. OMG, this is redonkulous.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked.
Oh, let's have some of yours. Let's have some of yours. My Ferrero shirt. Did you see how she get that Ferrero shirt as well? She kind of went...
I know, she doesn't just eat it. She just sort of molested it.
Redonkulous.
I was like, this is turning sexual, Gina.
I'm going to drink some Cristal out of my Christian Louboutin.
What else? Right, do Hazel, Joe.
Are you for fucking real?
Shit bags. It's not a fucking movie.
Will we have a cup of tea?
Will we have a cup of tea?
Will we have a cup of tea?
Who else can do it?
Sam. We all know Sam's one.
Noah!
I don't know what it was. That's why his name's now Noah.
Show us your thigh for a large stir fry. Round mine fine, but you bring the wine.
And then there's some that we're not going to say.
Not going to say.
Even a bit on the side won't like them. Now, who else is there? Charlie? Oh, she doesn't really do anything. She just does the
She does her hair thing a lot, and she talks with her hands.
It's like a L'Oreal advert, just a really bad... Yeah, she has a private
she
disc
does,
with her hand. It's like... and she's just talking. You're like, I can't keep up.
We can do me if you want.
Okay. In my line of business. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No one's drinking with me. I'm drinking on mine. I've got a white tongue.
White tongue.
You know what I mean?
I've been drinking all day. White wine, vodka, tequila, Sambuca shots.
And it was really only rosé. But never mind.
There's only rosé, Dexter. Yeah, I know. White wine, red wine. Then you got Jack. Powerful.
That's
powerful.
Man, I forgot I was filming, Joe.
Jesus, Jack, that's something you do in the toilet, nowhere else. Christ.
What do you do?
I don't really have any catchphrases.
What's your one?
The Regal wave.
What, the... I'm gonna stop.
Stop.
And then we always do the Regal wave. Always do a Regal wave. And I think that must be coming up to 3 minutes.
3 minutes,
And I think
we're pushing on 3 minutes now, like that was a pretty shocking one.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Sly, manipulative game players that are not to be trusted, and that is just our studio audience. You're all right there, really, aren't you? Yeah. Some of them. OK, so there have been some cracking tasks this series. Have you liked them? Yes. Me too. Let's have a look at some of them again.
Munch.
I actually didn't expect to be here still.
I've heard you have a problem.
Hello?
Hello, this is Shane Filan. Who am I speaking to?
Oh my God, I'm right! Turn me out!
This is the shittest painting ever.
I am going to take you down.
Russell, let's start with you. What has been your favourite this series?
Oh, I love the remote.
Oh,
when they were doing
pause
and they were doing fast forward.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan had me in hysterics.
Brilliant, going up the stairs.
I know.
I'm not going to do it on
He
these.
was like a little Camberwick Green model, wasn't he?
He was
Going up
absolutely
and down.
brilliant. I think that is actually my favourite one of the whole series.
And when the waxing girl came in and took...
Yeah.
I was going to win Big Brother with this body. No, I'm not going to win. And she took that off. Lovely. And this fantastic audience you've got here, I'd love to throw them all in like a tourist guide, you with an umbrella, walking through.
Yes, that would be... Andy, what has stood out for you?
I love the wrestling ring tasks, mainly the ones between Callum and Dexter, and not even the challenges. Them in the sort of the press conference room when they were in the face-off.
The
Dexter,
trash talking.
Yeah, Dexter was doing it quite light-heartedly, and then Callum was about to nut him. Callum was going to kill him.
I don't think he would have gone that far.
It wasn't far off it. Callum was going nuts at that point, it felt like. So I think another few days, he'd have gone completely
I think that's what's been quite good, isn't it? Most of the tasks this year have evoked emotion. They've been really good at kind of, been fun to play, fun to watch, but also have triggered something mentally in all of them.
Callum had a huge problem with Dexter, and we all knew that. And that just gave him the platform just to let everything out, and he really did.
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah. What have you lot thought about the tasks?
Gina eating the fish guts and stuff like that. I thought I was so proud of her in the way of... I felt like that's when she came out of her shell and...
In the quarantine task.
She changed, and before everyone was like... She won't do it, she won't do it. And when she done it, even I was shocked that she actually done it.
Yeah, I think that might have been a turning point for Gina, actually, when she...
Dan was screaming when he was doing the quarantine one, when they thought they was putting the animals on him.
Yes,
and he was
and he just had like jelly and stuff on him.
Oh, brilliant.
That was really good. And
I love seeing Gina get gunged. Absolutely loved it. Hazel. It's Hazel. I love seeing Hazel get gunged. She deserved it. I would love to stand there and pull it and pull it.
Do you know what? She's a game bird, though, is she not? She has gone full on with anything that was,
she really
thrown
has
at her.
tried. I think she's kind of gone for a spectrum of emotions.
Yeah.
She's kind of, and she's been put up with a lot, really, from the outside and inside, and she just tries every time to kind of see what's happening in the house, what's happening outside, but she still is Hazel, and she hasn't really changed throughout.
She's vile. She twists everybody against each other. She just knows how to manipulate everybody in the house and make everybody else, like the girl was saying earlier, start an argument and then let everybody else take over the argument. And she just loves, and she just sits back and just smiles and watches it all unfold.
OK, Carol, sorry, let's move on to Carol, otherwise she'll never get a word in and we can't have that. What's been your favourite, Carol?
I think I've really liked the fact that Secrets and Lies has meant that all of the housemates have had their own individual tasks.
Yeah.
You know, Dan detective and then the twins with theirs and Gina. I mean, she was fantastic with the letters, you know, and the stuff like that. And I've loved the fake headlines because I think we had a similar task when we were in there. But the, you know, the one with them all confined actually reminded me of the insomnia task that we did, and it's really hard. I know Jackie hated it, and I bloody hated it as well. So
how do you think the tasks this year have compared to your year?
I actually think they've been much better. I think year on year they're getting better and better. Big up the task team. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to get these things done.
Not, and 14 years we're on now. You know, that's a long time to keep coming up with more. What do you think, as far as the whole year, this series of tasks have been one of the best?
Oh, and Michael, I was going to say, Michael, the suitcases right at the beginning was just genius.
He was
absolutely
great, wasn't
genius. Their faces was brilliant.
Carol could talk all night.
I know.
We could all probably talk all night, but we don't have the minutes in the show. So that's what this lot think, but you can get involved too. Tomorrow night I'm going to be in the phone room, so if you want to have a little chat, all the details should be somewhere down there just about now. Right, since his eviction on Friday, Kat, are you all ready for this? Callum has been adjusting to life outside of the Big Brother house, and what better way to reintegrate yourself into society than by stripping?
Definitely.
Hey, Joe is there to give him a helping hand.
Callum, meet the Dream Boy.
I'm Callum.
Now, I think our Callum has got the raw potential to be a dream boy, just like you.
Yeah, let's do it. Ready for this?
What qualities does someone need to become a dream boy?
To be honest, as soon as Callum came in, I could see he was oozing confidence. He's got the enthusiasm. You need to be like...
Officer Callum in the house.
Get it ready. Do this. Let's do this. Boys.
Now, what happened with the hat always happens. So what you have to do is give yourself enough space. Go on, boys. Switch. Yeah. Yeah. No worries. And then you come back in one line. Comfortable? Okay.
Come on, Callum.
Jump up.
Come on.
And you literally just give a little hump.
Oh, you got it. He's humping. He's humping.
So, in order for the girls to kind of see our butts...
Big one. Big ones. Big humps. Yeah, no problem. From laying down.
Okay, from laying down.
Whoa. Yeah, Callum, I need sexy, yeah?
Give him time. You've had... Oh, how's that for sexy?
I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
You're not feeling it? Let's turn up the heat.
1. Yeah.
2.
Go on.
3.
Imagine I'm Charlie. Sexy. How many times? Ay.
She wants sexy, so you can go left, right.
Left, left.
Yeah, that's what I need. honestly, Callum, honestly, I couldn't be more tuned.
I wasn't expecting that.
Sorry about this, boys. I need to take Callum out for a bit.
She wanted sexy.
Out there, I need to talk to you.
He's overthinking it. He's overthinking it, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
What was that in there? Not trying hard enough. Pathetic. I'll send them all home. Do you want me to send them all home? Because I will. I will, Callum. I'll cancel the whole thing.
You don't need to do that.
Get back in there. Off your pop.
Right, boom, boom. Let's get that clipping.
The worst, Callum. Yes. The worst. Callum, don't you embarrass me now. This is the real deal.
Oh, come on, I can do this. I'm looking good, feeling good. I'm Cowboy Callum. Devious Dexter couldn't do this. Bring it on. Come on, I can do this. I'm Cowboy Callum. Yeehaw! I can get my shirt off. I can do it. Come on. An explosion. Bring it on. Come on, I can't wait to get started. Let's do it. Callum Nell and the Dream Boys. Soaring together. Yeehaw!
Hit the dance floor. Hit the dance floor. This is universal, a worldwide groove. London, San Francisco, Moscow and Seoul. Come on, Barcelona, Milano and Beijing. 우리가 보여줄게 말도 안 되는 거. Day and night, night and day. 여기 모두 다 마시고 놀자 네 맘대로. 다 같이 놀자까지. Hit the dance floor. 더만 가져. Don't stop. 더 신나게. Jump up. 더 흔들어. Don't stop. Hit the dance floor.
Big Brother's Bit on the Side. We like to think that we're much more chilled out than the housemates. We can never, ever be accused of overreacting, really. Oh, whoa, whoa. Come back. Come back. What the fuck is this?
That's what you asked for.
I asked for fucking cinnamon. Fuck off, you're fired. Go. Here's the news. At 11:12 this morning, the fallout from the nominations continued as Gina chatted with her fellow housemates about Charlie and how maybe her reaction to last night's bombshell is also part of her game plan.
I don't know, I reckon she'd make it to the final.
I said that as well.
Yeah, and
Hazel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Hazel makes it to the final.
Yeah, or even one, that would be funny. That would be funny. Yeah.
I think it's our week to go.
No, not at all. If anyone's going to go, it's Charlie. I can guarantee it.
Oh, it has to be a double this week.
But that's if she doesn't try and play victim.
See,
if she plays victim, she'll stay.
I reckon she's already started it. Yeah.
She's already started it, but if she carries it on this week...
Started what?
Playing victim. If she plays victim, she'll stay. But if she doesn't, then she'll go. Guaranteed. No ifs or buts or maybes.
I think maybe all these secrets and lies have got to Miss Rio. Could Charlie really be that calculating? Who knows? Right, while the rest of the housemates were busy bitching away and ending friendships, at 12:24 this afternoon, the twins and Sam indulged in some good old-fashioned horseplay in the pool. Just as long as there is no bombing and no heavy petting, they should be fine.
Really? You just hurt my leg again. You never walked the generator.
Don't hurt my leg!
you can create energy from that.
This is Big Brother. Housemates are reminded to act responsibly in the pool.
Oh my God. If only there had been a lifeguard on duty. There was. We kicked him out last week, didn't we? Never mind. And finally, at 2:42 this afternoon, to lighten the mood, Big Brother gave them a commentator task. Hazel and Jack were squirreled away into the small task room and asked to commentate on the house action, unaware that the rest of the housemates could hear every word they said.
Housemates, Big Brother is setting Jack and Hazel a task to become sports-style commentators. They will be watching everything that happens in the house from their commentary booth and providing a constant stream of running commentary about what they see housemates doing. What they don't know is that everything that they say will be played into the house for you all to hear. Big Brother has a list of tasks for the housemates to complete. In order to pass the task, housemates must not let on that they are able to hear the commentary.
Oh, and they're off, and there's Dexter now.
I do not appreciate seeing Dexter's bum in our face like that. It's not an attractive angle.
So he's got an orange face, orange shirt, and orange trousers.
Orange
Dexter Coe, a huge mistake again.
And now he's squatting in Joe's face. Very much squatting in Joe's face, which I get.
Oh, look at those tourist socks. He knows how to work them, doesn't he? I think this is where the complication...
we're having fun. That was very quick.
Oh, this is super.
Oh, wow, this is very interesting.
Broad, beaming smile from Sophie. As you can tell, she's extremely
Look at us getting to experience this in the private treehouse, and nobody else will see this. This is fantastic.
Unbelievable, Jeff. Me either. Make sure you tune into the main show tomorrow at 9 p.m. on Channel 5. And that, my lords and ladies, is all of the news. Hi. OK, so... oh, my back hurts tonight, Ian. What's happening?
A little rub.
No.
OK, fair enough. I've got some tweets that I've squirreled away here.
Now, what is this squirreling? What is that?
It's a very common phrase. That
I've never used it before in my life.
Has anyone ever heard the phrase squirreled away before today?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
They clearly have.
They're shouting. Get on with it.
OK. Got some tweets about what has been the best task this series.
Oh, OK.
The vast majority of people said the remote control task.
Yes, absolutely.
Including Jessica May, who said when the housemates had to go backwards, it was so funny, especially Dan putting on the sun cream.
Yeah, and the pausing was great as well because of all the things that happened.
The sheep coming in.
Sheep pooing everywhere.
Dexter's mum.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Kim Cowdery says favourite task was last night's letters from the fans task, as Dexter was priceless and Gino rocks.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was good, and you can see more of today's task, which you've just seen, the commentating thing, all on the website, channel5.com/BigBrother. We've also got live streaming, which is happening at 12 o'clock, straight after the show, till 2. And we've got Ryland's ridiculous replay, which is the best of the clips from the last week that didn't make it onto the main show.
You just squirreled so much information, it's amazing. That's a lot. Thanks to all of my guests. Joining me tomorrow are Mark Little, Ian Lee, and Sally Axel's going to be back.
Vegas, baby.
Good night.